I took my son to the bus stop for the first day of public kindergarten. I put him on the bus and off the bus went, and I didn't get a receipt, and you spend 5 years, keeping your eyes glued onto this small child, and then this was the first time where we sort of put him in the hands of the state.
I got a call saying, well, I think we're gonna have a problem. And I'm like, problem like what? Well, we can't seem to sit down. We touching our neighbors. We doing all this. And I'm like, do you even know my son?
I mean, are we measuring truly a child's achievement, or in fact, are we measuring a child's ability to sit still?
It's really difficult when you have a classroom with 30 kids to know your students that well.
We talk far too often in this country about the need for kids to find that love of learning, to find that passion in the classroom. And then we teach them all like it's the same assembly line. Every kid goes about it the exact same way. And if you don't find your passion, it's either your fault or it's the teacher's fault for not instilling that passion.
We don't see children as children anymore. We see them as, okay, they have to be a purpose, they have to be college ready at one point.
What we're raising are a lot of really great test takers. Instead of creating people that are going to go out in the world and be able to solve problems.
Everything starts with the impulse of the child. If I have a college student who doesn't have impulse, I don't have anything to work with. And I have a lot of them because they've been trained out of that. The impulse has been trained out. I'm here to get an A and I'm here to get done.
That innate intellectual capacity is getting squashed for the academics.
The best workers are no longer the ones who can best fill in bubbles. Our best workers are the ones that can think creatively.
But if you have a society that's focused on what it is that can be measured, then it tends to push aside some of the playful, creative activities that I think are so important to children's development. In their place come activities which can be measured, but might not be nearly as important to children's development.
But if we're just, you're an A student, you're a B student and all this, what are we creating? What kind of society are we going to have?
Now in kindergarten, they do things like teach children how to read and mathematics, That was not exactly or in any way what it was designed for. Friedrich Froebel created kindergarten single-handedly, invented kindergarten, the garden of children, the children's garden.
Kindergarten was always there, wasn't it? Like the air we breathe, inventing kindergarten.
He developed a way of learning before literacy.
Play for him is the engine of learning. It's not a curriculum. It's the child. It's child-centered. The child is the curriculum.
It's a place where people explore. It's a perfect model. Froebel did it.
He believed that crystals and flowers and children all grow by the same basic laws of nature.
Today we're struggling with how do we do design education in a K-12 environment? Well, we had that. We had that almost 200 years ago. And we've forgotten it. We've almost purposely forgotten it.
Obviously, the workplace has greatly changed, and what we need now is people who are educated precisely in theoretical concepts.
Are we prepared as a generation to really sit down, look at the current system and say, it was built for a fundamentally different era?
It recognizes who they are individually and collectively versus everybody follows Simon Says that we're doing in our school.
we raise yet another generation of children within the standardized system, we will only perpetuate and make worse the current situation that we have.
We playing games with people's life. We playing games with our children's life. We love our kids, but we don't respect our kids. And I think both of them have to go hand in hand.
We as a society have actually put a glass ceiling on our children. We would never want to admit that. We're not letting them go beyond that or stretch their imagination.
The basis of learning is an understanding of the world around you. It seems to me that Fribble was one of the people who very long ago saw that.
The story of the history of kindergarten shows us how we got to where we're at right now.